Hi Pre-Calc, here is your video lesson for graphing quadratics excuse me, in factored form. So here is my quadratic that I'm trying to graph, and since this is in factored form, I'm immediately going to come down here to my roots because those are the easiest things that I can fill in here. Something that's in factored form, I know I can set it equal to 0. And it's called factored form because it's already factored, so my roots are sort of staring right at me. So I can set each of these pieces equal to 0. So x minus 1 equals 0 and x minus 7 equals 0. So my roots are 1 and positive 7. So I know that I can go ahead and graph those. My a value out front is positive, so I know that I'm concave up. If I'm looking at this function here, I can plug in 0 for my y-intercept, plug in 0 for x to find my y-intercept. So if I go ahead and plug in 0, I can see that y is equal to 0 minus 1 times 0 minus 7, or negative 1 times negative 7 is going to give me positive 7. So 0, 7 is my y-intercept. This is a parabola, so my domain is all real numbers, and I need to figure out my vertex in order to help me with my range here. So in order to figure out my vertex, I can go ahead and take a look at my roots, and I know that my vertex and my axis of symmetry will be exactly halfway between my roots. So let's come back over here. 1 plus 7 divided by 2 will give me that halfway mark. So 8 divided by 2 will give me 4. So my axis of symmetry is that x is equal to 4. And based on that, I can go ahead and plug in 4 to find the y-coordinate of my vertex. So here I have 4 comma something for my vertex. Y is equal to 4 minus 1 times 4 minus 7. So y is equal to 3 times negative 3. So y is equal to negative 9. And since this is concave up here, I know that my range here will be y values such that y is greater than or equal to negative 9. So there's my range. So now I have this 4, negative 9, 0, 7, 1, 0, and 7, 0. I have a few values here that I can go ahead and plot, and I can graph my function from there. So taking a look, if I make this 2, 4, 6, 8, and 10, negative 2, negative 4, negative 6, negative 8, and negative 10, and negative 2, negative 4, negative 6, negative 8, negative 10, 2, 4, 6, 8, and 10. So I can go over 4 and down here to negative 9. I can go over 0 and up 7 for my y-intercept. I can go over 1 and up 0 and over 7 and up 0. And I know based on my axis of symmetry here, that at 8, 7, I will also have a sort of reflection of my y-intercept there. And so I can come in and sketch this parabola. So there is a factored form parabola for us. So there's a few more on here for you to try on your own, and I would recommend that you go ahead and do so.